Word. Bay 3.0 in the building, or Bay 3.5, or Bay 7.0. You know what it is. You already know what the deal be. All right, we're off to a great start. Yes, this is going to be a super special full moon ceremony. We're going to start this off with the soul transition ritual. Every full moon is an opportunity while the moon is full for resident souls on earth to pass on and pass through. So ever since after the earlier full moon, of course, we had the unfortunate passing of, one of the goats in his prospective fields, or on the road to become one of the goats. And I want to dedicate this full moon ceremony to celebrating his crossing. This isn't really like a wake or a funeral that already happened for him, but as his soul is transitioning, we're going to hold space. I'm going to play two of his songs, invoke his energy. We're going to hold space and pay our respects, because once the moon is full, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody doing this. Appreciate you, Dara. There's no one doing this right now. I want you to take this concept too, because it's not just Nipsey Hussle who we're passing on. There are so many people who have died. So I want you to think of this analogy like an airplane. Every full moon, you have an airplane that takes souls that have passed and takes them into the afterlife. And then after the full moon, the plane deplanes, and then you have souls that die and they go into the plane waiting, and then it's the full moon and then they go. Okay. So, finally, we're on the full moon in Libra. I've been waiting to do this. As soon as I started to mention the energy, it got heavy. So, I can say with full confidence, his presence is here. And I don't mean here locally, but I just mean here energetically. Like, it's not here, but it's here in spirit. So keep this in mind. This is not exclusively for Nipsey. There are other souls that died. And I'm not going to make a habit of doing this, but Nipsey Hussle is a Leo sun and moon. As you can see, his presence was very felt, and his death has triggered a lot of change in respective communities. So I am honored I can do this. My South Node is in Leo, so I share a kinship to his energy, to who he is. I never got to meet him, unfortunately, but I don't think it was a coincidence that the very day he passed, I was like minutes away from where he was. And weird stuff like this has happened to me all my life because I'm an 8th house moon. So I have a very special relationship with death. Before Prince passed, I had posted a picture of him randomly. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. If you have moon on Pluto or you have 8th house, you're familiar too, because what we do, people who have Pluto transiting the moon or conjunct the moon and sun, we have superpowers of assisting those in crossing over. We're like soul reapers. But other than that, shout out to you Scorpios in the building, because you water signs are going to help with this. This isn't really anything super special. This is really just us paying respects. And as I play his music, I really want all of you to send healing and positive energy to his children, to his fiance, to his parents, to his family. And I really do, for those of you who know his legacy, for those of you who know what he stood for, just hold space and show him honor. Really pretend, or don't pretend, really feel that he is aware of this. When a soul passes from this experience and they are outside their human body, it's usually around the full moon transit that they can pass on. But as we evoke his energy, he is not bound to his physical body. So he's going to be aware of this, especially as a Leo sun and moon. Let me give you the significance of that. As a Leo sun and moon, if you're a Leo and you die, you return back to the central source. So this is really more celebration. It's just like XXX Tentacion. He was a Sag moon, Aquarius sun. He returned back to the universal cosmic central source. So if you find that the results of this ceremony are super heavy and strong, it's because we invoke the dead. Now, other than that, this is not specifically to Nipsey. If you know anyone who has died recently as well, their soul is also transitioning with this full moon. And so, I call in the presence and energy of all the souls that have died between the first full moon in Libra, see that Freudian slip? Libra, and this full moon in Libra. We open this sacred space to honor and respect the karma you have fulfilled. Congratulations. Welcome to paradise. And we definitely facilitate and usher in your entrance into the afterworld. So it's not this ceremony that's bringing them into the afterworld. We're not doing that. While it's happening, let's just say while the plane is taking off, we're on the ground like, bye. Yes, giving you positive juju. For those of you who believe that this is true, you're taking part in history right now. Blue Pearl Lightning said it's part of why I adore Day of the Dead in Japan, who celebrate death, because death is something to be ultimately celebrated as you're celebrating their life. So other than that, I'm going to ring this right here. I feel heavy as hell right now. So I'm not used to doing mediumship work, but I feel it. Oh my goodness. So shout out to Wild Magi beating the drum. At this point, I really just want everyone to show Nipsey and any other souls who have died your respect and your love. Nipsey left a very powerful legacy. And this is why I say, people are coming for Leo. I'm not going to make his death a conspiracy or agendizing it. I just mean outside of that. People are coming for Leo. In order to get to Leo, they have to get to Aries. They have to get to Taurus. They have to get to Gemini. They have to get through Cancer. If you are an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, be very careful. Because after this full moon, you're the general targets. This is why Divine RPG 1, you're the first recruits. So keep that in mind. Leo, this doesn't make you any less of a target too. You just have to stay vigilant, because at any moment and at any point, you know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So let's hold some space. Oh, and by the way, part 1 was last month, because this is the second full moon in Libra. So that's why this is part 2, because if you notice, we already had a full moon in Libra ceremony. But we did do one earlier on Future Life TV, if you want to check that one out. So feel the energy of, we're going to connect our energy, and this is going to send these souls off with a huge blessing. And you're going to find that they're going to impart their blessing on you. So for any of you who see or experience any signs, if you're feeling any heaviness, it's the presence of these souls. Okay. So feel the energy of the earth coursing through your veins and your energy field, grounding you. Other than that, we call in the element of air. And we call in the element of water and fire. If any of you are are into Reiki, we and I personally accept this healing. And for you fire signs, definitely generate energy in any way you would like. This one is more free flow. And just like Tanya said, hit that like button, $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. In the playing of these two Nipsey Hussle songs, this video is going to get copyright strike. So I'm not even going to be making any money for this. Of course, I don't do these videos because of any ad revenue I get. It's not really that much. But for anyone who might have an issue with that, not like it's your business. But yeah, so keep that in mind because I'm playing copyrighted material. So no money will be made doing this if anyone has an issue with that. And other than that, thank you for you guys holding space. This is very important. This is very important. We are probably the only ones who are doing this for these group of souls. So trust me when I say it's going to come with importance. And yeah, shout out to Nipsey owning his masters. So if you stream his music, it does go to him. Okay. Which is dope. Oh, let me do this. So while I play this music, just send your intentions, your respect, your positivity, and you're gonna feel a lot of strong energy. I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gonna go get it, no kidding. Breaking down the switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's sold, nigga. Let it go flow, let it shoot close. No 58 drop, let it bulletproof soul. Every few shows, I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. From Cancun, smoking Cubans on the road. Got that Tulum just to smoke. Nah. Listening to music at the Mayan Ruins. True devotion on the Brewers Ocean. My cultural influence is the revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all niggas do it. They tell me hustle, dumb and down, you might confuse me. It's like that weirdo rap you motherfucking shows to. I'm a urban legend, South Central in a certain section. That express our curving tactics. Yeses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, and we got it, times I see Rick. Got an L, but gotta eat my effort. Stress, got them off in the Mojave Desert. They left me, ain't no answer to these trick questions. When he making nip, straighten out my jewelry on my bitch dress. Well known, pick up in jail balls, got the champagne bottle for Rico, still T-shirts. Whatever niggas playing chess, not checkers. Niggas 38 special for the clever niggas. See, bro, you ain't living down by the street code. Been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw. I can never view you as my equal. Fuck, I wanna hear your CD phone. I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'ma make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I say it's worth it, I won't say it's fair. Try on purpose so you wasting air. Fuck it though, y'all niggas scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make a bar none, they don't make a real. They don't make it where I'm from, they don't take it here. They can see in due time, I be making deals. Though I'm stuck in this game, I've been making deals. Get your lawyer on the phone, we can make it real. I got
checks and balance. My flex dramatic, other 50 on my neck, my record savage. Ain't no pussy on my rap, disrespect the savage. I make one phone call, the rest get added. It's just another front step from Canada. No message from the set, they accept the challenge. Ocean views, small circle is the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rolled a few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle is the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rolled a few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Blessings, bitches in my section. Yeah, with all this money, I'm obsessed. Weapons, turning off y'all extras. Turning off this bullshit direction. Turning up my grind, waking up to more pressure. But it's all in your mind, so I never feel pressure. No, it's all in your ground. Now let it stack it like Tetris. Also, what is my lesson? Then come back and get extra. No, it's fast when I catch you. Yellow ball, white Lexus. All black tan to a white cuts. Fat gold chains, white Texas. I'm just young and I'm reckless. I'm just out for my section. I'm just out roll down speed with my top down and I'm revving. I don't know about hell. I don't know about heaven. All I know is about right now. This lifestyle is interesting. I ain't scared of my session. I just write down his confessions. Niggas died and got right around me. I guess that I'm an exception. Black ocean views. Small circle is the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I wrote it down and we rolled a few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. I wrote it down and I followed through. I talk shit, but she know it's true. I'm in these streets with my Cuban on, and my beds with my music on. All friends like a chewing on. Shit, I've been on my grind, I ain't usually home. Focused, I ain't using phones. Lately, I've been using songs. Get my point across, my niggas around me lose it all. That's your point across, it's always beautiful. That's just what revolves around me, cause I do my job. The fucking stars, spinning off cash, just like cards. It's the definition of living large. Smoking top flight, the biggest cars. Those who won't hate this shit was ours. Get this cake, yeah, nigga, then get more. Look at this war, nigga, this really yours. Nigga, this really mine. Nigga, this really flawed. The buildings is really high. The doors is really flawed. And all I see is ocean view. Small circle is the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I wrote it down and we rolled the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. I'm I wrote it down and I followed through. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Yeah, early morning off that flight though. Don't go hard and get right, bro. This ain't simple, that's not life though. 10 years later, I'm alright though. These niggas act like they don't like though. Get the mask, niggas shine bright though. I got a room and a bright though. I'm gonna let you people sweat to the night though. I got my feel right, plus the right though. I mean, it's good to pay taxes to the white folks. My freezers stay cracking till my lights go. And when I die, I'm gonna brag around my white folks. 100,000 in my coffin, that's just like dope. Can't stick you under saw, smoke some flight, bro. Crack the eye, boy, this is white, bro. Till that day, I'm walking towards in my face, those is all I see is ocean views.
I wrote it down and I followed through. Don't be afraid to be independent. Don't be afraid to walk your own path and to make it work. He's living proof that it's more than possible, and you can hook up your community. And that concludes our soul transition ritual. Some of you feel the need to write it out because you're channeling. I won't even say channel. You're getting inspired. And trust me, it goes a long way. And follow through what you write down. So the moon is directly square Pluto right now. And this is going to come off as venting, but it's not. Let me tell you something. Do not apologize for being great. And appreciate you, Empress Daisy. They are smiling. When you make gestures for energies and entities like this, it goes a long way. The fact that we were able to hold space like this, if you watch this later, it still will work. Remember, time is not linear outside of this dimension. It's not even linear in this dimension. But keep that in mind. Don't apologize for being great. Dude, this square is exact right now. There's a final cut. Any influences that are holding you back from embracing your Leo energy, there's no compromise for. Stop letting social nuance and pressure hold you back from being authentic, whether it makes sense to people or not. Do not apologize for being great. Do not apologize for being authentic. Do not entertain people who want to make you feel like there's something wrong with you, or that you're delusional, or that you're crazy. They're just being childish. Whether they say that, I literally just pulled the Four of Swords, guys. I literally just pulled the Four of Swords. Their souls are at rest. Okay? Someone can look at this like this is like really crazy, and they're just being really stupid. So don't slow it down for people who aren't willing to truly understand, or people are just dumb, okay? And all they can do is just express their anger because they're dumb. I could say because they don't understand, or because they're not in a position to get the context. It is 100% because they're dumb. Do not apologize for being great. Do not apologize for being authentic. Okay, moving forward, this doorway is opening and anybody can get it. Chiron is an Aries, fam. Anybody can get it. Don't hold yourself back just to make other people feel comfortable in their mediocrity. Shine your light, my friends. If you hear me feeling stern, I got Pluto on my moon. I got Saturn directly conjuncting my sun. I'm not holding back anymore. I literally can't. And I could give a damn less, because what I still feel, and trust me, Pluto's on my moon. So when I say I feel this, it's coming. This is 100% authentic. It's 100% true. What I can feel in the collective consciousness is this very unconscious, psychological, covert, manipulative influence that is constantly seeking to make you feel like something's wrong with you. And I'm going to give an analogy that I gave in the Future Life ceremony that will literally come to your front door. Okay, fully expect people to try and intervention, rehab you, and get people in a group and act like, hey, we care about you. Hey, we don't like that you're doing this with your life. We need you to change. And if you don't do that, that means you don't love us. You need to look them in the eye and be like, if you're not willing to accept what I'm doing, that's on you. That's not my problem. I'm not going to stand for this manipulation. And who wants the smoke? Don't worry about looking crazy, because they're going to twist the perception any which way. That's just what they do, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's coworkers. Own up to anything that they say that is true and hold yourself accountable. Call out all the lies they say or misconceptions and let them know that there's nothing wrong with you. Hold on. Let me say this right now. I hope some of you have not believed the hype. Do you really believe that there's something wrong with you? Because there's nothing wrong with you. You are exactly where you need to be right now on your path. Even if you think you're messing up, you're exactly where you need to be. You need to be conscious of that and strive forward. Hey, if you're going to go backwards, but do it consciously. That's it. This full moon is a signal. The burning of the Notre Dame was a signal. You can look at things on the surface level. So it really happened because someone got in their feelings and they burned it. But if you look beyond that, that's a signal, that's a trigger. Whatever possessed that individual to do that, they ended up getting used to set off a trigger. If you think about the historicity of the Notre Dame, the symbolism of what it represents, get ready. Some of you who know your targets, some of you who know you've been investigated, who you know you've been watched, people, agents, they're going to make their move. And this same dynamic is what's going to crystallize and manifest your greatest power through the difficulty, through not giving up on yourself and through not letting seemingly, how do I say this? Not letting seemingly, game over ending situations make you think it's game over. What I'm trying to say is this. Appearances are deceiving. Don't believe everything you see. Even if your reality shows you that it's the end of the road for you, until your heart stops beating, don't give up. Even if it looks like it's all over, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Even after the fat lady sings, don't give up. That's about the best advice I can give you right now, because you're an unstoppable force. So all the dark forces can do is weaken you, prey on your insecurities, make you doubt yourself, and lie and make you feel like something's wrong with you, whether through passive aggressive manipulation, whether through people playing the silent treatment. You're going to find out in a quick, short 2 or 3 months that the same energies that are doubting you from the sidelines also need you, and they're going to roll up and they're going to try and finesse you and use you real quick, like they do every year, every 2 years, and then go on as business as usual. When they roll up, chop off their head. And I'm not giving you permission to do this. This is your decision. Chop their head off. No more of this civil frenemy thing. Chop heads off. It's great. They're not going to expect you to do this. You've been holding back a very powerful sense of yourself that you've been nurturing and cultivating while Chiron was in Pisces. Well, now it's in Aries. Let someone step into your sacred space and disrespect you. Chop their head off. Game of Thrones style. Take their head, put it on a post, and let them be your scapegoat, because we in scapegoat season. Some of you need scapegoats. Some of you need to chop some heads off and let people know, hey, you want to do what this person did? This is going to be you. And that's it. That's coming from the peace dealer. Okay? Y'all think because I'm the peace dealer, I'm just only peace, love, and harmony. Don't hit me with that bullshit. We are in a spiritual war. Anyway, I've called this quantum coupling because, as you can tell, whether romantic, whether in a work situation, whether with family, you are starting to come together with very crucial people that you're going to be teaming up with, especially in the field of romantic relationships, but more so through friendships. So just know the connections you are making are not for nothing. And it's about to get super real. It's about to get super lit. Jupiter's retrograde. Later this month, Pluto and Saturn is going to retrograde. And we're going to step into the new moon in Taurus. Let me tell you what's going to happen. We just did a soul transition ritual. Anytime we deal with the dead, it's a huge deal. And by the time you wake up, the moon is going to be in Scorpio. So we timed this out perfectly. The moon is perfectly square Pluto. What we're going to do right now that we've connected our energies through the elements, we are going to channel or generate energy that represents our intent to our hands. Okay. If you want to bring a crystal to amplify this, you can. Very much so recommended. This is a great time to do a day of the 32-day ritual. Start healing yourself. And what we're going to do after we generate this energy is we're going to lift our hands and we're going to project that energy to a non-local space that represents all of our energies meeting together in a ball. This is going to represent our combined intent. And then after that, I'm going to ask the Sagittariuses, the Leos, and the Aries to take that fireball and explode it all throughout the universe. If you have to know whether it applies to your moon or rising, I'm probably not talking about you or to you. I'm talking about true fire signs. Okay. Whether you consider yourself one. And then after that, water signs, this is passive. If you're a Scorpio moon, Pisces moon, Cancer moon, or sun, you're going to be feeling heavy all week. And that's because this mass manifestation we did, you have to feel it. As you feel it out, it's going to manifest. If you're prepared for that heaviness, stay tuned. If you're not, and I know some of you are not because you've been going through heavy stuff all day, I would bow out. Although it will be worth it, just letting you know. Other than that, I would like all of you to now feel coming from your root chakra energy, coming to your heart, and then part of it coming to the crown, part of it coming to your hands and generating. And I want you to set the intent for who you are showing up to relevant relationships with, not who you want to be with, not who you want in your life. Who are you in this significant relationship? Who are you in this romantic partnership with the one? Who are you with your best friends? What is the energy you're ready to show up with? What vision do you see? Visualize this and really feel this energy coming through, especially if you're wanting to be your greatest self, like me. This is going to be perfect. And feel all our energies connected as well. Anyway, now for those of you who are ready, some of you can continue to generate these vibes. The rest of you, I want you to project it out into space and envision all of our beams meeting at a central focal point. We can make this central focal point the sun. So let's just make the central focal point the sun. Direct this at the sun, and all our vibes are going to meet there. If you want to do another central sun like Series B, you can, but we're going to do it to our central sun. this done here. Thank you, Dara. Wow, I feel that. So after a few minutes, the people watching live, we'll have all shared our intent into the central sun. Fire signs, I want you to literally visualize all that energy exploding out into the universe. And that's it. That's the first part of this ceremony. If you have any water sign energies, once the energy is exploded, you're going to be receiving that. You're going to be feeling it. It's going to literally go into your water energy. That's just an analogy. And you need to hold space and feel it, no matter how heavy it is. And you can express this artistically. The next part of this ritual is if any of you get inspired to write a song, to listen to music, to do anything creative, then I highly recommend you do it. Even if you sing a song someone else did, just express that just so you can get this energy signature. Now, to honor this square, okay, I want you to take at least one thing. It could be more than one. Okay, we have a death occurring right now. This is an exact square between the moon and Pluto. I mean, the moon is now, it's about to be 24 degrees. So the timing on this is perfect. A lot of what this ceremony is going to do is bring in the people who vibrationally match you at your greatest state. You're becoming your greatest self. You're going to manifest people who vibrate at your greatest self to help draw that out. And you're going to do that for them too. For those of you who want to do this right, okay, I want you to take at least one thing, but it could be more than one thing that you're not going to do anymore. You must make a sacrifice. And the thing about a sacrifice is it doesn't have to be anything bad. It's just a sacrifice. This is true alchemy. Okay. These ceremonies are pure intent based. We're not doing any special magic crafting. I do that like that on purpose. I want you to sacrifice something, like you're giving it up for Lent, except it's not Lent, it's forever. So what are you going to sacrifice? Especially for those of you who want like a soulmate in your life. A lot of you want to be with the one. A lot of you want to be with a romantic soulmate, but you have not given up anything. You've not changed anything in your life. And you just kind of expect it to come in. And it's like, hey, you're gonna make room for me here. So like, are you ready? Are you ready to give something up for good? Whether it's an eating habit, whether it's something that you do, whether it's something that you spend time doing, because that time you spend doing that, you're now going to open up for someone to come in your life and share that time with you. So, spirituality is not all lollipops and crystals. Amen. So what is it that you're going to give up? The more you give it up, the better. You can give up playing, like let's say I gave up playing this, even though I haven't played this in a while, so I have to give up something else just so I can play this, because that's just how opportunity cost works. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. Anyone who understands basic economics knows nothing is in life is free. Okay, if someone were to give you a free hot dog right now, that's an opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of you eating that free hot dog cost maybe you getting another free item or you watching a movie at that same moment. Nothing is free. You are paying something to get that opportunity, whether it's your time, whether it's your presence. So study opportunity cost, because it's one of the most like influential terms Not terms, but it's one of the most real things ever. So other than that, what are you sacrificing? Someone said, can you sacrifice a flaw? Make sure whatever you sacrifice is something that's meaningful to you. Because if you try and finesse the universe and you sacrifice something that you don't invest that much time in, the universe is going to manifest that. You're going to probably manifest an energy that you don't have that much time with. So what are you really willing to give up? And if you do this right, it should be something that gives you pleasure and joy. So it's going to be a true sacrifice, 3 of Swords, because it's going to hurt. It's going to be like, damn, I can't believe I'm giving this up. But what you're going to gain from it, yes, you can sacrifice people. Just if you get in trouble for it, you're going to go to jail. Just keep that in mind. You better get away with it. That's unconventional, but you can sacrifice anything, but you have to take accountability and responsibility for it. And I'm so serious. So keep that in mind. That's really all I have to say. Can I sacrifice my ex? You better. No, but other than that, thank you for joining. I'm going to keep this very short because the Leo King is doing his spiritual dance music, and I definitely would highly suggest that you move forward with that. Shinigamis are super real, like Lady Rainstar said. Keely said, I know exactly what I need to sacrifice. You'll know that it's right because it's going to hurt. It's going to be like, I don't want to let this go, but I know I need to let this go. So stay blessed. This was a short ritual, but it's going to be the most powerful ceremony we've done. As soon as the broadcast is over, you're going to see effects. So be mindful of the next step that manifests because we're super powerful and the fire signs literally just exploded this energy. So keep that in mind. You're sacrificing this for good. This isn't a time limit. Whatever you're giving up for good. I mean, if it comes back, it is what it is, but it's nothing that you're moving forward with. Anything, especially that holds you back, you got to sacrifice it. Okay, so y'all stay blessed. Shout out to Angel giving up Facebook. That's amazing. And yeah, shout out to the Shinigami in the building. And until next time, peace.